want you to answer a simple question. How do you spell the name of those bears? You know, the family of bears in the kids' books. The Berenstain Bears, right? Stein, like Einstein. Wrong. According to this timeline, it's always been Berenstain. Stain, like a coffee stain. And if that just made your brain itch, welcome to the club. You're not crazy. You're just a victim of the Mandela Effect. Today we're talking about why millions of people, including me, remember a history that apparently never happened. Did we just have bad memories? Or did scientists in Switzerland accidentally break the universe back in 2012? Let's find out. The Mandela Effect, named after Nelson Mandela. See, thousands of people distinctly remember him dying in prison in the 1980s. They remember the funeral on TV. They remember the riots. But in this reality, he survived, became president of South Africa, and died in 2013. The place where I work, there was a big meeting. Okay, maybe 10, 12 of us. How were we going to handle Mandela's death on the air? I can remember this meeting back in the 80s. Now, you may ask, can I call or get in touch with any of these folks to, maybe get some collaboration on this? I mean, I would, but they're all But it gets weirder. Let's do a lightning round. Does the Monopoly Man have a monocle? No. Does Pikachu have a black tip on his tail? No. Did Darth Vader say, "Luke, I am your father"? No. He said, "No, I am your father." And don't get me started on the Fruit of the Loom logo. I swear on my life there was a cornucopia, a basket behind that fruit. I can see it in my head, but the company says it never existed. Not once. So is my brain failing, or is reality gaslighting me? And don't get me started on Sex in the City. Sex and the City now. Always has been, apparently.
You sit on a throne of lies.
Changing a word is one thing, but what about changing an entire movie? I'm talking about Shazam. Thousands of 90s kids remember a cheesy comedy starring the comedian Sinbad as a genie. They remember the box art, they remember the plot. The problem? The movie doesn't exist. There is no record of it. The internet says we're confusing it with Shaquille O'Neal's Shazam, but the memories are too specific. In our theory, Shazam wasn't a mass delusion. It was a file that got dragged into the recycle bin of history on the big simulation we're all in. But the deletion was sloppy. It left behind ghost data in our brains. Okay, I'm going to do something I ordinarily don't do. I'm going to debunk the Mandela Effect right here in the middle of the video. One of the more popular false memories associated with the Mandela Effect is Stouffer's Stovetop stuffing. As you can see here, I just happen to have a box of Stouffer's Stovetop stuffing. I just bought it. Nobody say about that. Remember the slogan? If it doesn't say Stouffer's, it's not Stovetop stuffing. It doesn't. It's Kraft Stovetop stuffing. That just seems so wrong. It's not just pop culture. Even nature gets patched. Remember learning that sunflowers track the sun? It's called heliotropism, and it's literally in the name. But check the science books now. Apparently, only young sunflowers do that. Mature ones just faced east and stopped moving. Did we all sleep through botany class? Or did the developer decide to optimize the code for adult sunflowers to save energy? It feels like a software update for the planet. Now, the psychologists have a boring explanation. They call it confabulation. Basically, human memory's garbage. We don't record video. We reconstruct stories. We mix things up. We assume the Monopoly Man has a monocle because he looks like the Planter's Peanut guy. We assume Berenstain becomes Berenstein. It's just a common name suffix, right? Okay, sure. That explains why I might get it wrong, but why do millions of us get it wrong in the exact same way? If we were just guessing, some people would remember a hat on the bear or a cane, but we all remember the E. We all remember the cornucopia. Coincidence? I don't think so. So if it's not bad memory, what is it? Well, there is a theory, and it all points to a massive machine buried underground near Geneva, Switzerland. This is CERN, the Large Hadron Collider. It's the most powerful machine ever built. It smashes particles together at near the speed of light to recreate the Big Bang. In 2012, they ramped this thing up to record levels to find the God particle, the Higgs boson. The conspiracy theory goes like this. If they turned that machine on in 2012, they pushed too hard. Some people believe they either destroyed our original timeline or they slid us into parallel dimensions. Remember that show, Quantum Leap? Yeah, like that. A dimension that is almost identical to ours, but slightly off. I mean, think about it. The world has felt weird since 2012, hasn't it? Everything's a little more chaotic, and that's when the Mandela Effect reports skyrocketed. The theory is that our old reality, it was Berenstein. In this new reality, it's Berenstein. We're refugees from a timeline that no longer exists. Oh yeah, there's also the simulation theory. If we're living in a computer program, then the Mandela Effect is basically a software update glitch. It's like a developer changes a texture file in a video game. Maybe the programmers decided to delete the cornucopia file to save memory space, and they forgot to wipe our memories of it. So am I telling you that a particle accelerator in Europe turned Jif peanut butter into Jiffy? No, I can't prove that. But I trust my memory, and I know there was a cornucopia behind that apple. So either I'm wrong or I'm from a different universe. No, I can't prove that. But I trust my memory, and I know there was a cornucopia behind that Fruit of the Loom logo. So either I'm wrong or I'm from a different universe. And honestly, looking at the world today, I kind of miss the old one. If you remember the cornucopia, hit the like button so I know that I'm not alone. I'm Alex, and I'll see you in the next timeline, right here on WTF.